Playing Thena, Angelina Jolie.
This is Rob Liefeld. Kai Reviewed is going down.
Who is Marvel's Athena? Let's check this out. So let's jump into this. So we have Athena here. She was, Thena. She was created by Jack Kirby. She first appeared in Eternals number 5 from 1976, created by Jack Kirby, you know, amazing comic book artist, comic book writer. In the 1998, she had a story arc in the Marvel Universe, issues 4 to 7, which retconned her history a little bit. And then they later revealed, they re-retconned it, that she was a goddess who first appeared in Red Raven Comics number 1 back in 1940. She was under a different alias. So this was quite interesting. So that's kind of just two different backstories where she first appeared in Eternals, and then they retcon her history as if she was an old character from the 40s. So it is kind of interesting. I feel like they're going to stick to the Eternals number 5 from 1976. It's probably that fits more. It's exactly what Jack Kirby says. And if you watch the panel at the Comic-Con with the Eternals all on stage and Kevin Feige, he does mention that they're sticking to Jack Kirby, and it's very Jack Kirby, so that is going to make more sense for them to stick with that. Here we're going to break down a bit of her powers and a bit of her history, but she has a convoluted history, so it's just going to be really kind of a really kind of small tidbit of her history, exactly as to what her kind of story and origin is, since it is so complicated and convoluted. But the gist of it is that Thena is an Eternal and a daughter of Zurus, and Celebi. The name that was originally given to her at birth was Azura. However, she was renamed in honor of Athena, an Olympian goddess, after Zurus formed a truce with Zeus. She served as a representative of the ladder to humanity, and the city of Athens was actually named after Thena. So that's quite interesting there. So there's a lot of stuff diving in there, and it goes so much deeper in there. There's even at one point in the comic books there, she actually gets pregnant and stuff, where she ends up giving the child to someone else, and instead of her being pregnant, she decides, because she's an Eternal, and Eternals were created by the Celestials, who are all-powerful beings, which we did see in the first Guardians of the Galaxy. She's had the power to kind of take her pregnancy, just give it to someone else, and that person raised her child, and they're never really talked about again. So that is quite interesting there. Now we're going to get into her power set. She has a bunch of power set. Her powers include a list of powers, and we're going to break them all down individually, but here's just a quick list of them. Super strength, super durability, super speed, super stamina, super agility, super reflex, super healing factor, immortality, flight, cosmic energy manipulation, photokinesis, thermokinesis, concussive blast, molecular manipulation, telekinesis, teleportation, and all kinds of stuff like that. So she has a huge power. So we're going to break down each and every one of these powers to give you an idea as to really kind of who she is and where she could be played by Angelina Jolie. So her powers as an Eternal is capable of manipulating cosmic energy for various purposes, as well as possessing skills in which were to learn, of course, all of the courses of millennia and living. So she's been alive forever. She's immortal. She has kind of the knowledge that any immortal person would. So superhuman strength. Thena is superhuman strong, and she can lift around 1,200 pounds without supplementing her strength with her other powers. However, by channeling cosmic energy into her strength, Thena is able to lift around 25 tons. So that's quite interesting there. That'll be quite cool to see that. She could probably take around, Thor or something like that, and probably going to be one of the strongest in there. But we'll wait and see as we break down all the rest of the Eternals and other videos here. So super durability. Athena's eternal body is highly resistant to injury due to her physionic control over her body's molecules. She is mostly invulnerable to conservational weapons and can only be killed by disappearing her body's molecules over a wide area. So she can only wow, that's kind of specific. Superhuman speed. Thena is able to move and accelerate her speed at greater than an Olympian athlete. So yeah, she's super speed, but nothing like Flash or nothing like Quicksilver or anything like that. But she would definitely be probably one of the, since Quicksilver is dead in the MCU for now, she's probably one of the fastest there. We have superhuman stamina. Thena possesses the incredible stamina, allowing her to operate at her peak at her peak for far longer than any ordinary human. That's quite cool there. Superhuman agility. Athena's flexibility and balance and overall agility are far greater than any other ordinary human. Okay, so just kind of a little bit better, maybe, I guess. And it'd be interesting to see that, maybe like better than Captain America, around Captain America, something like that. Regenerative healing factor. Athena's physionics controls over her body's molecules, allows her to rapidly regenerate and from virtually any injury shot of having her molecules disappear over a wide area or ever while asleep or unconscious. Okay, so her power, she's able to kind of regenerate. Pretty cool. It's going to be quite interesting to see that. Is it, better than Wolverine? We'll just have to wait and see in the movie. But immortality, Athena is immune to aging, to poison, toxins, and disease. So yeah, basic immortality stuff. Flight, by using her powers to levitate herself, Athena is able to fly at high speeds. So that's pretty cool there. Cosmic energy manipulation. Athena is capable of controlling cosmic energy over a various of purposes. So that's pretty cool. That's kind of pretty interesting there. That'll be quite cool. That'll probably be a big part into that as we kind of move into that kind of cosmic realm with the MCU. Photokineticist. Thena is can manipulate cosmic energy to produce light. So that's kind of interesting. Maybe she can use some kind of blast and stuff. That'd be quite cool to see how that's kind of used in the movie. Thermokinesis. Thena can use cosmic energy to produce heat. So that's interesting. That'd be cool to see that, especially as we eventually bring in the Fantastic Four and Human Torch. That'd be cool to see that in comparison. Concussive blast. Thena can produce blast of pure concussive force. That's kind of interesting. That'd be quite cool to break that down to see as to what that's like. Is it anything better than Hulk just kind of doing a super clap? Probably around there. We'll have to wait and see. Molecular manipulation. Thena is able to physionically rearrange the molecules of an object, transforming it from one thing to another. Though she is not as talented as Circe in this regard. That's cool there. We get telekinesis. Thena is able to manipulate objects with the powers of her mind alone. She is able to use this power to create force fields. Okay, so that'll be quite cool. She would definitely be useful there. Telepath. Thena is able to send and receive thoughts to any mind and weaker than her and her own, and is also capable of casting sophisticated illusions. She's often used this ability to disguise herself and her deviant attendants as normal humans. Okay, that's pretty cool. Teleportation. Thena is able to teleport herself over vast dimensions. However, using this power, she is uncomfortable and drains much of Thena's stored cosmic energy. So that's quite interesting. So it's really going to be quite interesting to see as to where things kind of go with this character. Definitely gets me quite intrigued. I really don't know. I haven't read much of it. I don't think I've read any Eternal stuff. So I definitely can't wait to see as to where things kind of go with all this. But it's going to be quite interesting to see as to how, how she's portrayed by Angelina Jolie. And I think that's going to be quite cool to see that and how much they're really going to use of her and what she's going to be like with all the Eternals. So let me know what you think, guys, about all this in the comments below. You excited for Athena in the MCU? And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.